Common locations for measuring a person's body temperature include the mouth, oral, the rectum, rectal, the armpit, axillary, and the ear, tympanic. Consult the person's care plan or the nurse if you are unsure of which site to use. When recording a temperature measurement, be sure to record the site along with the measurement. Before you begin, wash your hands and gather your supplies. You will need an electronic thermometer with a blue probe, a probe cover, and a pen and paper. After ensuring the person's privacy, greet the person and explain the procedure. Do not take an oral temperature if the person has consumed a food or beverage or smoked within the last 15 minutes.
Has it been at least 15 minutes since you fed your coffee?
Yes, and I'm even ready for my second cup.
Raise the bed to a comfortable working height for good body mechanics. Turn on the thermometer by removing the probe from its dock. Insert the probe into the probe cover and push firmly until the cover snaps into place. Put the probe under the person's tongue and slightly to one side.
And if you hold this with your lips, please.
Ask the person to close her lips around the thermometer. When the thermometer beeps, remove the probe and read the temperature measurement on the screen. Remember the temperature measurement on the screen because returning the probe to its dock clears the display. Eject the probe cover into a facility-approved waste container. Return the probe to its dock. Record the person's name, the time, the temperature measurement, and the site where the temperature was obtained. In this case, you would record an O for oral. Other site abbreviations include R for rectal, A for axillary, and TY for tympanic. Now perform your completion steps. Ensure the person's comfort and safety. Clean up your work area, wash your hands, and report or record.
Come on in.
To take a rectal temperature, begin in the same way. Wash your hands, gather your supplies, ensure the person's privacy, explain the procedure, and adjust the bed for good body mechanics.
Hi, Mr. Thompson. How are you today?
Very good.
Great. Is it okay if I get your temperature today?
Certainly.
All right. The doctor asked that we get a rectal thermometer reading, so I'll get started.
You will need an electronic thermometer with a red probe, a probe cover, lubricating jelly, gloves, tissues, and a pen and paper.
What I'll need to do is put the bed in the proper position and also have you roll over onto your side.
Sure.
First, I'll raise the bed. Are you comfortable with that?
Oh, sure.
And straight back? Okay. Bend this knee up.
Help the person lie on one side with his back toward you. Flex the person's top knee. Place a small amount of lubricating jelly on a tissue. Put on the gloves.
I'm just going to lower your pants.
Sure.
Expose the person's buttocks by adjusting the person's clothing as necessary. Place the probe cover on the probe and then dip the tip of the probe in the lubricating jelly. Lift the person's upper buttock and insert the probe into the anus, no more than 1 inch for an adult or 1/2 inch for a child. Stay with the person and hold the probe in place. When the thermometer beeps, remove the probe and read the temperature measurement on the screen. eject the probe cover into a facility-approved waste container and return the probe to its dock. Wipe the lubricating jelly from the person's buttocks with a tissue and then adjust the person's clothing to cover the buttocks. Remove your gloves and wash your hands. Record the person's name, the time, the temperature measurement, and the site where the temperature was obtained. In this case, you would record an R for rectal. To finish, perform your completion steps. Ensure the person's comfort and safety. Clean up your work area, wash your hands, and report or record. To obtain an axillary temperature measurement, you will need an electronic thermometer with a blue probe, a probe cover, tissues, and a pen and paper. After completing your preparation steps, expose the person's underarm.
All right, I'm gonna pat you dry. Is that okay with you?
That's fine.
Pat the skin dry with a tissue if necessary.
All right, and we're just gonna make sure that you're nice and comfortable.
All right.
Place the probe cover on the probe. Place the probe in the middle of the person's armpit and bring the person's arm across his chest to hold the probe in place. When the thermometer beeps, remove the probe and read the temperature measurement on the screen.
All right.
Then, finish as you would when taking any other type of temperature. Dispose of the probe cover and ensure the person's comfort.
Thank you.
Note the person's name, the time, the temperature measurement, and the site where the temperature was obtained. A for axillary. Then, finish the rest of your completion steps. A tympanic temperature is taken with a different type of electronic thermometer called a tympanic thermometer. To take a tympanic temperature, you will need a tympanic thermometer, a probe cover, and a pen and paper.
I'm going to clean my hands first and then we'll get started.
Complete your preparation steps, including washing your hands and explaining the procedure to the person.
Okay, excellent. And we're just going to move you up just a little bit more.
Raise the bed to a comfortable working height, and if necessary, raise the head of the bed so that the person is in Fowler's position.
So this temperature is just going to be inserted into your ear only for a few seconds.
Place the probe cover over the cone-shaped probe.
Great.
Push the power button to turn the thermometer on.
I'm just going to grab your ear.
Grasp the top of the person's ear. For an adult, pull the ear up and back to straighten the ear canal. For a child younger than 3 years, pull the ear down and back. Insert the probe into the ear canal, pointing the probe down and forward toward the person's nose. When the thermometer beeps, remove the probe and read the temperature measurement. Dispose of the probe cover and note the person's name, the time, the temperature measurement, and the site where the temperature was taken. Use TY for tympanic. Then finish the rest of your completion steps. Ensure the person's comfort and safety and wash your hands.